Hi, this is Doug Boone, and this video is part of the instruction series for PetroVisual. In this video, I will demonstrate using the scatter chart control. One of the most powerful and effective tools within PetroVisual is the scatter plot. Any Aries value can be plotted against any other Aries data set on the scatter plot. You can define shapes, sizes, and colors using any number in your data set. You can create visually stunning plots that are clearly identify relationships in your data. All we have to do is select our Add Scatter Plot. And what I'm going to look at here is the gross oil forecast based on when the well was drilled or the first production date. So I'll move over to my X data axis and select first production date. Then I'm going to move down into gross oil, and you see that relationship immediately where the gross oil has increased over time. We can also look just as effectively at gross gas, and we can see that there's a trend there that both have increased over time, and you can see those relative values. I'm going to focus on gross oil, so I'm going to click off the gross gas. The ... provides us additional options for the presentation. Here we can look at the shapes, the sizes, the colors, and even curve fitting. I'm going to go ahead and change symbol colors, and we can do that by a set color for all the different symbols, or we can even graduate that by a numeric value. In this case, we have a very interesting data field in our database that includes well type. And you can see this well type finds the different types of completions. I'm going to say select all and then OK, and you can see every one of those well types come in the database and are assigned a color. You can change those or change the criteria any way you need to. By saying OK, we can now see how those well types vary in the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and add a legend to the scatter plot by moving up here and saying let's look at a legend inside top left. And we can see how those wells look in relationship to the individual spots. I'm going to add some more dimension here. We're going to change size of these spots based on, in this case, gross oil. So I'll come over here to symbol sizes, and I'll select change variable size. We'll select our gross oil or gross gas here, and we'll change symbols from 10 to 60. Again, say OK. We see here very clearly the relationship of the gross oil and the gross gas. And it's very clear from the presentation that the gross oil reserves have increased over time, and mainly based on those that are green or reflected here as long laterals. The ones that have done less effectively job are the ones that are in fact short laterals. There's a set here shown in red where it was undefined in the database. We can quickly zoom in to any of these areas we need to. We can also look at what those values and what wells those were by clicking on the Data tab. Here this allows us to select any particular bubble, and we can then see the lease or the well that was associated with that value. And we can move through our database very quickly to see every single well that contributed to that data set. Like all our controls within PetroVisual, we can quickly move the scatter chart into a Excel spreadsheet or other presentation tools.